Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to show you how I did this Maroon Smokey eye on her beautiful blue eyes. If you're interested to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So to start off on her face, I'm going to use my Maybelline Illuminating Primer. This one has the pink packaging. It is really good. It helps to get a really nice soft base before we start on with the foundation. Also, she does have the skin condition rosacea, so like around her nose area and on her cheek portion, so it was really dry. So this primer really helped to give it a kind of like moisturizing effect. And we did apply moisturizer and cleansed her face off camera before we began with this whole makeup process. Here the camera is also off angle. I fixed it right now. So then I'm just gonna fill in her brows very slightly because I think she has them permanently inked already. So then I just carve out them just giving it a neater finish using my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And then I go in with my Wet n Wild foundation. This is in the shade Soft Beige, and I add a little bit of caramel in it because she does have slight warm undertone because she was tanned and slightly sunburned on her body as well, so we did need it a little bit darker shade. So I'm applying that using the same flat bristle brush, and I spread that all across her skin. A little mistake I did do while doing her makeup was she was talking non-stop. We were having a really good conversation. We were discussing about a bunch of stuff. So in the process of application, the makeup did crease a little bit under her eye area and slightly on her face. That was because of the constant facial movements that we had during the process. So next time I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen. But this really, I feel it was the reason for a little bit facial creasing. Anyways, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that big of a deal. Now I'm using my Wet Beauty blender, and I'm gonna use that to press the foundation into her skin. This is to give it a lot more skin-like finish and have a really beautiful result in the end, even though we had slightly creasing, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's okay. We learn from mistakes. It's okay. So I'm just patting it in and making sure it's nice and blended over here. Then I go in with my Makeup Revolution concealer palette, and I'm going in at the top I think the top left corner, and the lightest shade over there, and I'm just gonna apply that all across her under eye region and drag it till the top of her cheekbone area, on her forehead region as well, and on her chin area as well. So this is basically to help brighten up the center or highlighted points on her face. So now I'm just using my concealer buffing brush to place it, and then I go on top with my same damp beauty blender to blend that with her foundation, and make sure the edges are soft and it does not look harsh on the skin. So here I just take my time with the blending process, and I'm making sure it's nice and blended. Then I'm going in with my concealer buffing brush again, and I'm just gonna use that to blend the concealer on the places the blender did not reach. So the slightly right under her eye, that part was just left out by the beauty blender, so I'm just doing that. Then I go in with my contour palette from Wet n Wild, and I use that to contour her face, her cheekbones, her forehead, and the bridge of her nose. All the brushes that I use are from Amazon. So here, this is an angled puffy brush that I use for the nose contouring. It really gives a really nice finish. Here I'm using my NYX Set powder, and I'm using that to set under her eye region. Then I'm applying the same concealer I applied under her eye region on her eyelids, and I'm going to use it as a base for my eyeshadow. Then I'm just going to go in with a very light brown shade, and I'm going to use that to spread it all across her eyelid as a transition shade. Then I'm just going to darken it up slightly. Then here I'm going to go in with a slight orangey toned eyeshadow, and that is just to give another base before I apply the maroon shade, so this won't look weird with the brown and maroon out of nowhere. So the orange will give a very orangey tone because I didn't want to make her eyes pop out, and I feel orange is a really beautiful color and maroon is a really beautiful color to make blue eyes pop. So here I'm using my maroon eyeshadow from the palette Color Studio. Color Studio palette by Beauty Glaze. This palette has amazing pigment and is super cheap and affordable, and it's also cruelty free, which is the best part. And like you can get it on Amazon, and like it's really good quality. So like yeah, I used that and placed it all across her eyelid and like make sure they're both equal parts. And now here I'm applying the orangey shade like on the lower parts of her eye. This is to smoke out the maroon that I'm going to be applying on top. Then here I'm applying my maroon Inglot eyeliner on her waterline using this pointed angled brush. I don't know what you exactly call this, but like it's the easiest thing to use for a waterline. Then I'm giving her eyelashes a really thick coat of mascara. She has blonde like eyelashes naturally, so I had to do this new technique where she would like blink on the mascara wand, so like the whole lash gets covered with the mascara instead of like, you know, just the tips of it. Then here I use a thinner bristle brush for her lower lashes, and then I apply my falsies from Kiss. This is really beautiful. I think they're in this style, I don't know what they're called, like, but they were really nice and like fluttery. Then I'm using my e.l.f. Cosmetics blush in like the apricot shade, and I spread that all across her top of her cheeks. Then I'm going in with my NYX highlighter palette, and I'm going to use the shade White Gold to place the highlighter at all of her high points, her nose, her cheekbones, on her chin area, and as well as on her forehead and her inner corners. Then I'm using my angled brush and I'm dipping it into the black eyeshadow. I'm going to use that to basically connect the lash band to her actual, like, you know, skin right above her eye area, so it does not look awkward. And now I'm outlining her lips using this dark brown Huda Beauty shade, and then I'm just going to fill it with Kylie Cosmetics Exposed in the center for a very ombre like effect. And then I like show her how she looked basically, and this was her reaction.
There you go. Oh my god, I love the color.
So this is the final result. I hope you guys liked how it turned out in the end. I loved how it looked on her eyes. The color really did pop. So all my social handles will be down below. I have my email, my Instagram, everything will be down below. And if you liked it, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!